よくできた話だ。そう思わないか？
君の見解は？
全人類が慈悲なき啓示との戦争状態に入ったと言えるでしょう。
おい、どうなってる？
こいつは本当にただごとじゃないぞ。
首都からの回答はまだなのか？
エルフェルトがジャスティスと融合すれば全部おじゃんなんだぞ。
我々に相談もなくアサシン組織を吸収するとは。
このような事態に陥ったのはその法の番人たる元老院が原因ではないか。
もしかして先生、その患者というのは？
ここの人たちみんな見たことない気の流れよ。
世界自身が乱れている。
吸血鬼、なぜここに？リベンジ。
じゃああんたは自分の力が怖くないのか？
犬は何もしなきゃただの犬だ。
本当に彼が帰るまで動かないつもり？
私が一人で行く。
ラム、
コロニーの住民を外出させてはいかん。
世界を救え。
悪魔、お母さんは悪魔よ。
人類はこの木に全てを生産する。今度こそ決着をつける。時は来た。全ての真実を語るその時。
ふざけた言い逃れをするな。その結果がどんな様か見てからものを言え。人類は滅びかけ、俺が
Guilty Gear Exile Revelator Guilty Gear Exile Revelator
I'm done. Like, I'm done with Strive, man. I'm done with it. I'm not playing Strive anymore. It's the same shit with Street Fighter 5, man. It's just the only difference is it's got a good net code. That's it. I literally gotta eat pressure from a person that I know that's not better than me. Oh, this volume is way too fucking high. The game volume.
Config.
That should be good.
Config.
What the fuck, man? Still, like, I can't hear myself. Like, man, like, but I'll be all over Street Fighter 6 when that comes out. That's the only game besides Tekken 8. That's the only two games I actually give a fuck about. The rest of this shit, I don't give two flying fucks. And now I feel, now I know how the OGs feel when it comes to like fighting games getting dumbed down by people that ask for this shit to be dumbed down. Oh, wait a minute, the people that ask for this shit to get dumbed down, they don't play the game. They still don't play it. they still not gonna learn anything. They still refuse to learn not one fucking combo, man. Make it easier for me, but I'm not gonna learn due to the advantage of games being made easier for me. Like, what the fuck? I just want to ruin your game. Fucking casuals, man. But Guilty Gear Strive, it made a million sales. Like, of course it need to be easier. If it made easier a long time ago, it'd be way more popular than it is now. No, it wouldn't. The only reason why I still feel like I can't hear myself, man. Turn all this shit down. Turn all this shit down. I don't give a fuck. Okay, there we go. But I'm honestly thinking just taking a break from fighting games until like Street Fighter 6 or like Tekken 8 come out, or at least when they come up with an open beta for Street Fighter 6. Like, that's the only game I actually give a fuck about, because it actually was gonna reward players again. They actually know what the fuck they're doing. I'm a firm believer in that. What the fuck just happened? Oh man. Oh, I don't know nothing about this game, so I'm just fucking around, to be honest. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just not putting myself through that hell anymore, man. So that's how you combo that. I'm just low-key fucking around, to be honest with you. But, like, I'm done with Stride, man. Think you might do the same? I hope you do. Bruh, I literally... you were right. I literally only had, like, 2 chances to do something. Exactly. They're listening to people that are not going to play the game. Just like how Marvel and DC are dying. They're dying for the very similar reasons. They're listening to people that want accessibility in DC Comics, and Marvel are only listening to people that want diversity and shit like that. And the people that wants those things and just purely that and nothing else, and they don't listen to people that actually made this shit possible in the first place, guess what? Guess what happens? They don't play the game. The same people that want all these like things to be simpler and shit like that. You know, I actually seen one person, right? Like on a YouTube comment about like Street Fighter 6. I don't remember what video it was. But this dude wanted, you know, like the modern controls and shit like that in Street Fighter 6. He wanted the game to play just like modern controls. They didn't want like motion controls. They just wanted the modern controls to be the norm for Street Fighter 6. Because they acted like, well, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, they're still doing the move, so like it should just be like that way, so it'll be accessible for everybody. We shouldn't have options for people that actually want to put in the work and time to actually do these real combos. Like, we should just have auto combos. It'd be more fun for everybody. Basically what he was saying, right? Like, you are a fucking clown. And I know I suck shit at this game because, one, I never played it until now. To be honest, I mean, I played a little bit like training offline, but I never actually played a match. It's not like I was too afraid to learn this game. I just wasn't aware about Guilty Gear earlier in those years. It's not because like, oh, the game was niche or something like that. I mean, I could have easily looked it up. I just didn't care for it. I was always more of a Street Fighter player, to be honest with you, and a little bit of Tekken. Back in the older days. Now, if I got my ass whooped, guess what? I'm not gonna fucking tell people, like, not tell developers like, oh, they need to make this game easier so it can be easier for me to play it. I'm not gonna do that shit. That's fucking retarded. Like, who am I to just come in out of nowhere to just get into Guilty Gear and tell them like, oh, they need to change this shit just for me? Like, that's stingy as fuck. Not really familiar with all these moves. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm kind of remembering it a little bit. It kind of spits in the face of developers if you really think about it. Exactly. That's because it does. Like, I'm just fucking around, like, just... You know the number one thing I did before even jumping into rank, knowing damn well I can't play it, I just played I just been in training mode. Play the arcade. Play the story mode. Whatever have you. For me to get better. Oh my god, I see why people hate Elfit already. I always heard about this bitch, like, people hate her so much. I can see why. Yo, this bitch. Oh, that's how you do it. I gotta actually time that shit. You can't just do willy-nilly. It's another thing about modern fighting games I can't stand. Not enough offline content so you can take a break from the online. Exactly. I mean, look how long Street Fighter... look how long Street Fighter 5... Like, actually, scratch it. Look at the launch of Street Fighter 5. When it first came out, it literally had no content. And like the... And when it finally got an arcade mode and the story mode, both of them sucked. The arcade mode was even worse. The arcade mode was a complete fucking joke. No cutscenes when you actually fight your rival. Nope. Actually, it wasn't even no rivals. It was like no rival. No rivals. Nothing. Like, just your boss at the end that's really... That's literally nothing. It's just the same shit. It's just a regular CPU. Besides Gil and Third Strike. Oh my god, you get to play as Boss Gil, like you get a little resurrection. Oh yeah, that was definitely worth the time and patience to get an arcade mode. Yeah, totally worth it. Nope, no animated prologues, no animated epilogues, no nothing. Oh, and a general story. Oh, that's when you'll find the cutscenes and shit like that. It's like the arcade mode been chopped in half. It's like they'll give the first part when it releases, but when they actually have the arcade mode, like the actual arcade mode, they'll release it like years after the fact. If they were just gonna half-ass the arcade mode, they shouldn't even release it at all. That's my honest opinion. They shouldn't have never released it. It's fucking broken. I can see why this bitch is a threat. I'm just fucking around and this bitch is a threat. Yeah, but even with the little bit I know, even with the little bit that I'm seeing, like I'm really not doing shit with this character, but just even a little bit of time I'm putting into, I'm actually learning some combos. Like I probably didn't even crack the surface with this character yet, but look, I'm already learning shit. And people don't even want to take the time to even do half of what I'm doing right now. But I got like 45,000 kids and 24 trillion jobs. I don't have the time. Like prioritize your time then, or stop fucking bitches. Stop making these kids. Do something. Prioritize your time, man. Make better decisions with your time. That's not a game's fault, and that's not other people's fault that you can't make the time and effort and due diligence to learn something. And I dare somebody try to come in here and try to say like, but the pro players, man, they don't have no problems with like games being more casual and dumbed down. Like, of course they don't have a problem with it because they're gonna make fucking money from it. If you really think making games easier somehow affected like these pro players fucking profits, like if like it just made it mad low, you really think they'd be saying that? When it affects their bottom line, they'll say something, but when it doesn't, they won't say shit. It's the same thing with Street Fighter V, man. They know they can't make an excuse for it. That's why they don't talk about it anymore. I mean, there's still people that are milking Street Fighter 6 beta to this day. And that beta ended like basically a week ago. Nobody's talking about Street Fighter 5. I was going like, oh my god, my Oro did this, or my did that. Like all I'm seeing is Street Fighter 6 content nonstop. Because I seen people, man, that went into a depression after that beta was over. Because now they can actually body people that know they have no business beating their ass in Street Fighter 5. And you know what I'm saying? It has some truth. And honestly, my honest belief is now I'm seeing all this crazy shit with Street Fighter 6. If they keep it the way it is, honestly, it has the biggest potential to be one of the first hardcore games that we had in years. Jewelry looks hard as fuck. Exactly. And the other thing about like pro players, like I can literally say the exact same thing a pro player would say, right? Even if I said it first, they would go like, oh my god, that's a scrub mentality. Scrub quotes. You sound like a Redditor. But if a pro player says it like Sonic Fox, it goes like, oh my god, he's speaking mad facts. I never thought about it this way. He opened my mind. Oh my god, my mind is so clear now. The rain is gone. Oh man. And Maximilian Dude is the worst of all, man. That motherfucker sold out. I don't care what anybody says. Am I discrediting the things that he did for like people, like the good things that he did, like the $11,000 donation and shit? Like the dude's a good guy, but at the same time, he will fucking sell you out. He would. Like he will go wherever the money is. You know how like he makes a video like on KOF 15 going like, man, this is the best game out this year. Oh my god, guys. Like, wow, this is an amazing game. Makes 3 videos, never talks about it again because he knows it sucks. And the people that use the excuse going like, well, he plays all kinds of like video games, so like he doesn't have time to be like playing KOF every day. What excuse is that? Like he literally played Third Strike non-stop. He made it always a consistent game of his back in the day. Don't believe me? Look it up. He has like over hundreds of videos on Third Strike. And that game is hardcore. You can't just mash buttons and you think you're going to win in Third Strike. You can't do it. There's no way. No way. I don't really don't watch Max at all, to be honest with you. I think I kind of just grew up out of him. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Did I just do instant? How did I do that? See how I'm like figuring stuff out? Just by just mashing buttons, really? You just kind of had to mash something and just like figure out what links with what. Is that a one-frame link? I'm using this terrible fucking Xbox controller. That's why I'm kind of dropping this shit. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny's like OP, I heard, and fucking Zerd. I hope the next Guilty Gear they actually bring back the OGs, man, because like, as far as I know, not a lot of the OGs like that play Guilty Gear. They're not liking Strive. Same thing with like Street Fighter 5. But honestly, I'm glad like fucking like Micros and shit. They're back from the outskirts of like fighting games, man. Like Micros looks like actually looks happy when he plays Street Fighter 6, man. Golly, that's a shit ton of damage. Trying to get the feel for the movement. That is like Imagine if Alex Faye came back, he probably would. But I can't forgive that motherfucker for trying to make the excuses for Street Fighter V for how shit it was. And you know what? And you know why a lot of the fucking pro players made excuses for Street Fighter V? You know why that is? Because that was the only Street Fighter out at the time that actually had sponsors and shit there. Like if this was like the early 2000s, right, where we were in the golden age of the FGC, the golden age of fighting games, right? They would have, and Street Fighter V came out during that time when there was games, there was like legendary games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, fucking Capcom vs. SNK, Alpha Series, Third Strike. There's just so many, man. There was just so many fighting games, it's ridiculous. Like KOF, all this shit, like I can't even remember. There's just so many out there. But if Street Fighter V, that piece of shit, was put out back in those days, those motherfuckers would have probably burned Capcom at the stake. And Strive, once they add her to get a feel for how she plays. I mean, you can, but like, but she's probably gonna be watered the fuck down, guaranteed. I bet money she's gonna be watered the fuck down. Because this game is really complex. Like I'm telling you, like if you're just a Strive player, like if somebody's just a Strive player and they think they can jump into Zerd and just body people, you're dead wrong. You're crazy. I mean, the same goes for me too, but at least I'm aware of it. I do. Hit this Xbox controller, man. This is super hard. I got rid of this half bitch's health. I hate this Xbox controller, man. You're dead. That's an insta-kill. KOF 14? I mean, shit, like honestly, bro, like KOF 14 and 15, there's literally no difference. The only thing is, it's just graphics. And just who's there and who isn't. I regret ever wasting my money on KOF 15, man. I was just so desperate to get a game that's just gonna get me out of Street Fighter 5. Like, I just did not want to fucking play it. Well, I just literally paid to. I just literally paid to get KOF 15 just to wait in training mode all day. Fuck it. Good online. Who's gonna go raw? That's not a player. Where the fuck is everybody? Didn't this game get rollback netcode? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't read the lobby. Nope, nothing. 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 Literally no players? What the fuck? Okay, Asia. Tokyo. There's gotta be... Nobody's playing on Tokyo. What the fuck, man? UK. Nothing. Are you serious? Okay, stronger. I guess that's why. Wow. Am I missing something? That's some horse shit. That's some for real horse shit, man. That's fucking disappointing.
Who dares to enter the Mayhem?
Man, who else is in here? Because I know there's 8 people watching. Whoever's else in here, like, y'all can say hi. But I said what I said about Stride, man. I'm sticking by it. You got a problem, y'all can shove it. And I'm not talking about you guys that are already chatting in the... They're already talking in the chat. I'm talking about the people that haven't talked yet. That fucking sucks. That for real sucks, man. No players, then what the fuck am I gonna play then, man? Cause it sure as fuck ain't gonna be Strive. I guess I have to take a break from... I guess I just got to take a break from... Oh man, oh yeah, she is. Oh, this is the vanilla version? Oh, I didn't know that. And then there's no wonder why I couldn't find any players. Yeah, that explains it. Never mind. My fault. I don't know why I felt a little lost. I thought I had Rev 2. I guess it's just third Revelator. Well, you know what? I'm gonna buy that then. But this still is a good game to practice, though. You hide your boobs more. You make me nervous. Fuck. Yeah, well, fuck. Let me just go ahead and do that right now. But I do like Jam, though. This bitch is complex as fuck. But, man, she could be used like a fucking gorilla, man. Hold on a second. But it already says I already got Guilty Gear Third Rev 2. So am I missing something? Or it's like an update I have to get. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here's the upgrade. Okay, I'm actually confused now. Okay. I'm playing on the old version. It's a fucking upgrade is like... Okay, that explains a lot. So the upgrade is just 99 cents. That is so fucking dumb. Look, I gotta pay 99 cents for a fucking upgrade. That is dumb as shit. Why can't the upgrade just be free? I mean, if you're gonna charge 99 cents, then what's the point? Have you ever played Persona 4 Arena Ultimax? Nah, I never played it. Well, I'll give it a try. Let me see. But like, I think I'm just gonna stick with like mid-school and old school games, man. Like, I'm tired of these modern fighting games. The only one I'm looking forward to is like fucking Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, because I even heard from like Harada and shit that going back to their roots, because Harada compared like Tekken with like fucking Virtua Fighter, like how it never needed to change. Like casual players, it always just stuck to his roots and it still survives to this day. And like, it doesn't need to do that. And neither does Tekken. Plus, the people that want to make that shit easier too, they'll drop it anyway once they get their ass kicked hard enough. So they're not gonna put in the work regardless. So why cater to people that are not gonna put in the work? That's the reason why comics are failing so badly. I think I'll make, and I think I'll make one more Guilty Gear video, Guilty Gear Strive video, because I got enough content to make at least one more video out of that. Say I hit Celestial level, explain why I'm dropping it and shit like that. But in one more Street Fighter 5 video, because I actually had some save matches before I stopped playing it initially, so that'll be 2 videos. But other than that, I'm just gonna sit back and relax, man. I'm not gonna keep stressing over games that I know that won't matter, when like these newer games are just gonna completely dominate it anyways. But let me see what you talk about, Riku. Hold on a second. Let me. Okay. Guess I have to uninstall it and reinstall it. Yeah, at least that's what I'll have to do. Games. Fucker, hold on. I think I just booted it up again. Yeah, I'm just about to fucking. I'll just uninstall it and reinstall it. Fuck, it don't take that fucking long. I hope so too. To be honest with you, like it. Honestly, the game kind of looks fine the way it is. Because the thing that killed fucking Street Fighter 5, man, it was just a terrible balancing. The balancing was fucking awful. Because it didn't make the top tiers not top tiers anymore, or at least they could be challenged at mid tiers and low tiers. It made them borderline impossible to challenge. Why do you think there's so many players in Street Fighter 5 that are playing top tier now? That's another reason why I dropped it, because man, it's either you playing top tier or you're gonna lose points. It's either or. Just non-stop, like top tier is this. Akira here, M Bison here, fucking Luke. Like there's just so many fucking top tiers being played that, like, there's no individuality anymore. There's none. And they all play the fucking same. That's the same reason why DNF Duel died. If Street Fighter 4 had rollback netcode, man, like fucking Arc System quality, rollback netcode, would you really think I would touch Street Fighter 5 ever again? Better yet, would you even think I would bother even buying that piece of shit, knowing that was a possibility? No. And let me make one thing very fucking clear, man. It's like, I don't have a problem with casuals per se. Like, there was like hundreds of fucking casual fighting games, even back in those days too. But the reason why people think like hardcore games are like niche and shit like that, and saying like, that's not like people that play that. I mean, there's only like a few thousand players that play like these hardcore fighting games. Bullshit. Then what the fuck was Street Fighter 4 then? What the fuck was Street Fighter 4? Street Fighter 4 literally had everything for everybody. It had easy combos for you to learn, not just press one button like you would in KOF 15. That's dumb. Like, seriously, it's dumb. They're dumb for thinking that. And the only reason why fighting games were way less known way back then, because people didn't have YouTube. We didn't have Twitch. We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have like Facebook, all this shit. We didn't have none of that shit back in those days. You basically just had like fucking notes from like your the people like you knew like that lived nearby that played fighting games too, and that was a low chance. Fighting games were niche back then, true, but they weren't niche because they were hard. They were niche because they weren't they wasn't easily available, and they weren't that well known because they didn't have like internet hype and shit like that, especially like in the late 90s and early 2000s. They didn't have like these tutorials and shit, and that's the thing that pisses me off the most more than anything. Like, people are asking for fighting games to get dumbed down, but yet we have the most information that we can just easily look up within 5 seconds. We can just go on our phone, like, jam tutorial, click. So bad guy tutorial, click. I can literally do that in 5 seconds. 5 seconds was all it takes, was just me to look up a guide on YouTube. But no, that people don't want to take the time to do that. They just want a fighting game that's just simpler, and they're gonna drop anyway. So what the fuck is the point? Trying to appeal to people when we have the most accessible fucking tools to actually learn these games. But I don't want to put in actual time and effort. So let me just get the ABC combos real quick. And plus, and Capcom especially has no fucking excuse. They have so many titles that they're not using. Well, what happened to Captain Commando? What happened to Schoolgirls? I mean, Rival Schools. Fucking... Damn it, I can't even remember all of them. But literally half their characters they had from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they could have been their own spit-up fighting games, to be honest with you. Let's be real. Where's another Darkstalkers? Where is it? When's the last time we got a Darkstalker game? Where is it at? They have so many sub-series that they can be using for casual games. Just keep your main series hardcore. And you can make money on the side doing that shit. You'll live. And plus you got so many games that don't even have to do with fighting games at all. They can be successful. Look at Devil May Cry 5. That game's great. It's like stupid. Now, I heard Tekken 8 was going to be way harder this time around, to be honest with you. They removed a lot of that, like, YOLO shit. That's the reason why I don't really like playing Tekken 7, because, like, somebody can just do a random rage drive and then, like, I lose. Same thing with, like, rage arts. I hate them. And it wasn't even that big of a problem at first when the game first released. Like, I played, I think, like, year 2. It was like year 2, year 3. But when they had the when they implemented like the simple controls, okay, that's one thing. But they literally have a rage art button. That's literally one button. That requires no motor skills, no nothing. So you telling me I can be mercilessly beating this Akuma's ass, and then all of a sudden he can just rage and deeming me? I can't get out of the way. I lose. All because he pressed one button. All because he went like click. And I deserve to lose it all. That's real fair and balanced. As if Kuma wasn't bullshit enough. You're telling me like I gotta be afraid of a player that I know that sucks. Yeah, fucking right. And make sure y'all like the stream too. I'll be playing something else in the meantime. Well, I'll just play some Spider-Man while that fucking game is getting ready to launch. Oh yeah, make sure y'all watch more of my videos too. Because I don't really know what I'm gonna be playing. Well, I'm probably gonna be playing Zerd like online and shit, but I have to get really good at that game before I start like playing online and shit. I'm like embarrassing myself, knowing damn well I can't play the game. It's just like nobody that wants to put in no elbow grease anymore. That's the craziest thing. Yeah, it's getting laughable at this point, and I think, and here's my crazy theory. This is just me. This is like no facts. This is just all speculation. But here's my take on this. I think the reason why Street Fighter 6 gotten the most technical it's ever been, and guys know how long, because Capcom pays attention to games that are outside of his atmosphere. And I think DNF Duel was his greatest example of what not to do when trying to appeal to casual players. I think that's what happened. Hold on, wait a minute. Honest to God, I think that's what happened. Fuck, man. Hold on a second. Spider-Man. May have to close it and come back up. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Fuck it. You know what? Actually, you know what? We're just gonna start fresh. We're just gonna start fresh. You know what? I'll just come back when the game downloads after a while and clear my head, because I don't like doing anything heated. I'm not like really a bad guy, to be honest with you. Like, I don't like to be fucking yelling and shit every stream I do. Like, I'm really chill and I can be funny, but it's just games like Strive and Street Fighter 5, man, that can just really just tilt me. It just really can. And honestly, I'm kind of like going through it right now, because after seeing Street Fighter 6, like, I literally have no reason to care about like a lot of these other fighting games right now. Because Street Fighter 6 was my bread and butter. I mean, like, Street Fighter in general was my bread and butter. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you finally see something that's been shipped for so long and now it's not shit, it makes you only want to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Man. Maybe, or they looked at a tournament results and saw how certain characters weren't being played. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll come back in this bitch fresh. You know, y'all can tell by the way I sound. Like, I sound like irritated as fuck right now. I ain't doing that. But I'm gonna try to be more up in spirits, but at the same time, like, some of y'all new viewers that haven't said nothing is just watching from afar. Let this be clear. I will never ever be a fucking Maximilian dude. That's not gonna happen. Like, I'm just gonna be real. But I can be real without being toxic. To a certain extent. And that's something I gotta work on, and that ain't something I'm afraid to admit. I mean, I'm an honest villain, man. Like, these motherfuckers, man, like these mainstream motherfuckers, like, they wouldn't say that shit. They wouldn't say that shit to you. Unless they knew they can get a bag off of you. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. But, nah, I ain't doing that shit right now, bro. I'll probably, like, bring back, like, donations and shit, but, like, I need to get my content to where it needs to be. I'm not just gonna let somebody donate me, like, money and shit. Even if they wanted to, just simply out of kindness, I'm not gonna let them do that, because I know my content ain't up there yet. It's not yet, because I know there's still some shit I can be working on. There's always something I can be improving, and the thing about improving is I want to improve, no matter how hard it is. Yeah, Strive is boring. It's boring as fuck. It's literally rock paper scissors. And what's up, Samurai? I don't think I ever seen you in the stream before, so welcome. And Strive is very boring. Yes, you're right. It's literally a 50-50 game. I mean, the very little I played in Zerd, like I'm automatically more interested in that game than I have ever been in Strive. I'm going to be honest with you. The only reason why I play Strive because I thought it was getting me some views for my channel, but that kind of ain't happening right now. So I'm probably not going to play that game. Plus, I hit Celestial literally yesterday, and I ran into half of them were laggy matches, and half of them were just, the other half just did not know what they were doing, and they get away with it because it's Strive. It's dumb to fuck down. So that's it. But Samurai, I'm gonna end the stream right now so I can let fucking Sir download and shit, and I'll probably just come back later. I ain't feeling it right now, man. Strive, it just literally fucked my head over, man. I'm tilted as fuck right now. Because my energy just way down, so I ain't gonna bring y'all down with me, so I'll just come back later. But make sure you subscribe, though. But make sure you subscribe, man. So, and then also click on the bell notification for all notifications, not personalized. Because if you do that shit, like, you're not gonna get anything. Yeah, but I'll come back with more pep in my step. But right now, I ain't feeling it. Sorry. Like, I'm just not gonna put y'all through that hell. Just because I'm going through hell, just that ain't mean y'all ain't getting it. Thank you, Samurai, for subscribing, man. Alright. Peace out, bros.